Hi, this is Matthew Cratter from Trader University, and today I want to talk about how to trade a breakout in stocks, in particular how to day trade a breakout. So in order to do this, we're going to take a look at a stock that we've been looking at a lot the last few weeks. It's called MongoDB. It's a cloud database company, and the ticker is MDB. So what I have here is I have a daily chart of MDB. The bottom line here, this red line, is the 200-day moving average. The blue line is the 50-day moving average. Each of these candlesticks is 1 day of trading. And you can see I've drawn some sort of support and resistance lines here on the chart, these blue lines. This would be sort of where resistance has been. This would be where support has been. And you can see that the stock has been trading in a sideways range. So what basically happened is you had a strong breakout on earnings. You can see the little E down here. You had a strong breakout. You went up for 6 days, and then you sort of ran out of steam and put in a local top. And then this was in call it mid-March, at the last earnings report. Then the stock's been trading sideways since then. But what's interesting is it's still been holding in there even when the general market was selling off. And we talked a little bit in a previous video how one could trade this and use the moving average, the 50-day moving average, as a stop. That's what I was doing. I got stopped out on this day on a close below the 50-day moving average. But I was able to get back in using a trick yesterday that I'm going to show you. I got in for a quick day trade, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So basically, you have a high that's been put in. That's what this blue line is. This high here was at 154.74. And then you can see on Friday, just yesterday, we had a breakout above that level, which is quite significant. And so when you see something like this, when you have a breakout to new highs intraday, if you're scanning for stocks like this, or you have a watch list and you're watching stocks like this, you can profit from the move. So in order to do this, we're going to move now to a 15-minute chart, which is more of kind of a day trader's chart. You can see something very similar here. So each of these bars is a 15-minute bar. So this is multiple days of trading. At the bottom, these little bars are volume bars. So you can see basically the stock's been going sideways, chopping around, and the volume down here has been relatively low. But then something very different happened on Friday. Let me just close this up here. So it actually happened it was a strange thing. It happened on Wednesday, where they came out with earnings, and the market didn't quite know what to make of it. Didn't move a whole bunch. Then sold off on Thursday, the next day. And as people sort of digested their earnings, this is pretty rare. Usually, earnings will come out. There'll be new information, and the big institutional traders will trade on it. But in this case, it took a couple days, and then on Friday, we were seeing some just big moves in lots of stocks, including recent IPOs, and especially growth stocks, growth tech stocks. And that may be why MongoDB all of a sudden got a bid. But let me show you how we traded it. So the previous high, as we saw here, was 154.74. Now, on Friday's trading, just yesterday, the first bar broke above those highs. So this is the first 15-minute bar of the day, June 7th, 2019. And you can see it's a very strong bar. It opens at the bottom and then closes very near the highs of that bar. And that high there, this high right here of this first bar, is a new closing high or a new intraday high for this stock. You actually were able to close above that previous day high, this previous high we were talking about here of 154.74, which is quite significant. And then you can see what happened is this happened on much higher volume than normal, elevated volume. And the volume was elevated on earnings day, but then kind of fell off. And again, is really picked up on Friday. And what this led to is what we call a trend day, where if we look on the big chart, just close this up. If we look in the big chart, we can see that we opened at the low of the day and we closed near the highs of the day. So basically what this means is if you got long anytime during the day, you made money. And that's what we're trying to show here, how to trade this sort of breakout on a trend day. And so one sign of it is when very early in the morning, the beginning of the trading day, you break to new highs. Nice green candlestick. And then you can see every single candlestick after that, with the exception of really this red one right at the end of the day. But these are all green candlesticks, which means they're opening and then they're closing higher than they opened during that 15-minute period. And so if you can pick up on something like this, you see lots of green candlesticks, elevated volume, trading at all-time new highs. General market is strong. S&P was strong yesterday. NASDAQ 100 was strong. And this is a great day trading strategy where you can just basically, you can get long, and if it's a trend day, it's going to keep trending the whole day. It's going to keep moving higher the whole day. And so this is a very nice way to trade this sort of breakout. And what you can do is you can use sort of a trailing stop where you set your low, you set your, maybe you go long at the end of the first 15-minute bar on this breakout to new highs. You set your stop at the bottom of this candlestick. And then the next bar, you set your stop at the bottom of that candlestick. And you use kind of a trailing stop that keeps you in the trade. Or you can wait till the first red bar. There are many different ways to manage the trade. But a stock like this, there's a tendency for traders to think, oh, it can't go, it opened up 5% or whatever. It can't continue to move higher. This is crazy. When in fact, the stock ended up closing over 15% higher. So these kind of trend days, when you can find them with a stock, you can really make, it's fairly easy money for a day trade. So that's one way I like to trade breakouts. And it was nice to get into this one, especially after all the chop and after getting stopped out here. It was good. I felt like I got some money back and was able to profit from it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I have lots of different strategies like this that I talk about in my price action trading course. And if you just click the link in the description notes below, take you to this page where you can see the curriculum. And then if you're interested, you can just click the Get Access Now. And there's a monthly tuition. You'll pay for this. And the great thing about it is not only will you get this price action trading course, but you'll get all of my courses. So I have a course, Learn to Trade Stocks Like a Pro, Price Action Trading, which is the one we talked about. And in that course, I go into more detail about how to trade a trend day and how to trade breakouts. I have a course on covered calls, swing trading with options, trading futures. And then most recently, I've been working on a course how to trade volatility trading. So we're trading VIX futures and options as well. So be sure to check those courses out if you're interested. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed this. And let me know in the comment section below what other kinds of videos you'd like to see me make. What would be most helpful to you, whether it's day trading, swing trading, position trading, value investing, fundamental analysis, any of that sort of stuff is fair game. Thanks a lot for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.